Yo guys, what's up? This is the Pimp and I am coming at y'all with a battle today. This is against, I really don't know, it's like Polly or something from a Zat, and I lead off with my Porygon Z while he leads off with his, his Octillery. I get the special attack bonus, which is really good for me because I have a pure specially attacking Porygon Z. So now I go for a T-Bolt, and that is going to take out his Octillery. So yeah, the Octillery goes down, and he sends in a Arcanine, and I see the close combat come in, so I switch out into my Shindira. So now it is Arcanine versus Shindira. He goes for the close combat, and that don't do jack squat because I'm a ghost type. Then I'm not expecting the crunch to come, but he uses crunch, and it takes me out with a crit. I'm not really sure if the crit mattered. I really don't think it does, but yeah. So, Arcanine is pretty well. He kind of scares me, but not really. Here, I make kind of a stupid play, and I go for the close combat, although I should have went for the Stone Edge, and it would have took it out. This is a new set, or new team, somewhat new team. I haven't used all of them, but I've used some. I think I got 3 new guys on this team. And one of them, I plan on making a video explaining the set and explaining why it would be a very good set to use. So he uses the energy ball, and it does a decent chunk. Not really. I mean, it kind of does, but not really. Then he uses a Dark Pulse, which does another decent, really good chunk, honestly. That almost takes me out, but I go for the Dark Pulse here, and he survives with, like, probably 15 to 20 HP, honestly. Okay, maybe it was 1 HP, I'm retarded, but it was a crit, but he hung on by a Focus Sash, and that would have definitely took it out. So, yeah. Porygon Z gets taken out with his next Dark Pulse. Gengar is just being a beast, so I haven't used Gengar, so I think I might start. But here I go into my Weavile, which is another new guy. So yeah, this Weavile is like an amazing revenge killer. So I go for the bite here, just because that's probably about the best thing I had other than Ice Punch. But yeah, so Too Fast For You goes out, and I send out my Dragonite. Dragonite gets X-Scissor, and it really don't do a heck of a lot, but it does enough to irritate me. You know, I mean, that's not really too much, but it's enough to where it's gonna irritate me a little bit. But I see the switch coming out, so I go for the Dragon Dance, because, yeah, my attack rises and my speed rises, so I know I'm gonna be faster than this thing, and I go for the Outrage. It doesn't kill it, but it does do enough to help me out, so I'm pretty satisfied with that. Yeah, he has an Ice Gem to strengthen his Ice Beam, and that is going to take my Dragonite out. So, yeah, I was still proud of my team for this, so I can't really say nothing against them. Yeah, so I bring back out my Weavile, looking to take somebody out, but he switches back into that same guy right there. And this guy has irritated me like 90% of the battle, but here I go for the fake out just to see how much it will do, and that does -2 damage to this thing too. So at this point, I'm freaking PO'd because Weavile is not doing what I wanted it to, but it's all good, so yeah. I bring back out my brown cow, the Terrakion, And I've wanted to use one of these things for a long time, but I just never got around to making one, so today I was bored, so I decided to make one. Um, yeah, so Brown Cow's out there, and he's got this thing, whatever that thing's actual name is, and I just go for a Stone Edge, and it's going to be about a 3-hit KO from there, it looks like. And knowing this guy, because I've played him before, he likes to set up everything. So I knew if he goes for one Swords Dance, he's going to go for two. I don't really understand why, but, I guess that's whatever he wants to do. So here he goes for a Swords Dance, and my Terracion's just out there standing tall, and he goes for another Swords Dance while I'm going for the Stone Edge. This turn I know Stone Edge is going to take it out, so I'm not really fearing anything. The only thing that I am kind of scared of is if he misses, because at this point this thing could probably take out the rest of my team, no problem. But, Stone Edge hit, so I was happy about that. His Sawsbuck comes in, and for some reason here, this is the thing that I'm going to explain in another episode about how good the set is. But he uses a camouflage, and it gets a ground typing. If I would have seen that when he actually did it, I wouldn't have went for one of the moves that I did go for. But here, he goes for the jump kick, and I go for the sport. Unfortunately, this thing has got that one retarded thing. I missed it. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, so he goes for the Leech Horn here, and it does absolutely not as much as I thought it was going to with +1 attack. But I go for the Facade, and it's not what I thought it was going to be, but it does like a really good amount, and I'm so proud of that for being a not very effective move. But here he goes for the jump kick to take out my Breloom, and I bring back out my Sneasel, or Weavile, I'm sorry. So Too Fast For You is going to go for a Ice Punch to take out the Sawsbuck, and I was kind of worried about it, because if he would hit, I would have lost, but, Too Fast For You is just too fast for him, so, yeah. Now he brings out his Arcanine, and I know I'm going to have to switch out. If this KOs my Terrakion, I lose. If it don't, then I win. So he goes for the Crunch. I think I would have went for the Close Combat or the Flare Blitz, but that's just me. But here, since he did that, I get a +1. So I get the Stone Edge off, and it is going to take out this Ninetales. I would have used Earthquake, but when I was chinning this thing, I accidentally hit Earth Power instead of Earthquake, so yeah, I'm not running Earthquake on this, but it's all good, because, I don't have to run Earthquake on it. But yeah, now he goes for the Surf, and that is going to take my Terrakion out, so that's all good with me. He says this next play didn't matter, but I honestly believe it would have. But here, I guess he thought I was going to lock myself into a, what's that move called? A, Fake Out. But I don't, and I go for the Bite, and I take it out. Yeah, I know it's dumb to run Fake Out on that, but I ran Fake Out, and I'm Choice Scarfed. I don't know why I did that. I wasn't thinking. But yeah, I changed that right after this battle, so it's all good. But yeah, I go for the Bite, and I take that out, so that is good game to him. Rate, comment, sub, guys, and peace out.